We announced our new company, Betr, which has two parts. One is sports betting and online casino, and the other is media content factory. And we plan on taking over the sports world and changing it forever, bringing new sports content. You think about sports show hosts, none of them are under the age of 40. And sports betting is this old, sort of archaic, outdated, not fun thing right now. And our company and app is gonna take that over and make the product way more intuitive and way more fun for people to use.
I'm the founder of a company called SimpleBet, which I actually started to simplify the sports betting user experience. And what I mean by that is, like, I remember when I loaded up my first sports betting product a few years ago, and I saw things like minus 175 money line, plus 5.5 point spread. And I had like no idea what the fuck that meant. Right. Like,
what does that mean?
yeah, like it wasn't intuitive that minus 175 meant to bet 175 to win 100 and what a point spread was. So I started SimpleBet to be a direct to consumer sports betting company to simplify the user experience. And then when the law changed in the US a few weeks after we started the company, we realized that nobody had built the technology to enable moment to moment betting on US sports. So specifically, like, we were trying to design a simple user experience around, like, will the next pitch of a baseball game be a ball striker in play, or like plays and drives of football games, for example. So we had to build the technology to enable that to exist. And what we realized was micro betting never really worked in the global market because it was driven by soccer. And if you think of how soccer works, it's a very fluid game without a lot
There's no play, right?
Correct. There's no moments to bet on. So SimpleBet ended up becoming the leading technology company for micro betting software on US sports. And what we also, realized, obviously, is that this brings a new level of instant gratification to the sports betting user experience, kind of in the same way that like daily fantasy sports did so for season-long fantasy sports. Sure. When DraftKings and FanDuel first started about a decade ago. So we kind of view micro betting as like the TikTokification of sports betting, and kind of like the final level of introducing instant gratification to the sports betting experience.
Not just the betting company, Jake, this is also a media company, and you are going to have your own show. What's the plan with the show? What's it going to look like? And how big can this thing be? I mean, you guys have big name partners. You raised a lot of money. I mean, this feels to me like this could be something big.
Yeah, this is going to be a billion-dollar company. So and I know it, I feel it, and we have such a great team. And like you said, I'm launching my show actually tomorrow. It's called BS with Jake Paul, and it's going to be a weekly sports show bringing on athletes, celebrities, and people who want to talk about sports, and bringing new sports fans into the new world. Like, what if ESPN was started today? That's what we're trying to build, and to reach the audience where they're at. But our first guests, we had two first guests on, Sugar Sean O'Malley and Devin Haney. So excited for the first episode to drop, and just doing sports shows differently.
And you got a bunch of big name partners or investors, I should say, right? Travis Scott, you got a bunch of athletes, right? How about bringing those guys in?
Though we're gonna bring in everyone, man. We already got some big guests lined up for the next couple of weeks. Anyone from the heavyweight champions of the world in boxing to rappers. I'm bringing everyone on the show to talk about sports. And I don't want to do the long drawn out sports show. I want it to be quick, easily digestible, 20, 30, 40 minutes. And just a fun sports show. You think these sports show hosts are stuck in their set. Yeah. They can't get drunk and talk about sports. They can't curse even. Like, what? How are you supposed to talk about sports without cursing? So that's what we're really changing the game.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to say about it, fellas?
Man, stay tuned. This is, I think, my biggest undertaking yet, my biggest project yet. And we got a fantastic team, and Joey's an amazing CEO. So the sky is the limit here.